Previously on Sister Wives One-on-One.
You cannot ever blame the fact that Robin and I had a deep love on the way that these other relationships went.
Do you think you'll ever be able to settle down and have a conversation and be friends with Cody and Robin?
I don't need it. I don't want it. I really just don't like them.
Were you surprised at his reaction?
It was very confusing to me.
We had something special. And it feels like it just went to shit, sort of.
He's just playing a game with heart right there. Yeah, that's not nice.
Do you want to be a better friend to Mary?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think it's just a matter of the both of us kind of really putting the same kind of effort in.
That clip with Robin, it's like, okay, you are having this pain. That's a you thing. That's yours to carry. That's not mine.
Their favorite thing about each other, that he puts your luggage on the luggage rack in the hotel room.
So it starts with a blurry Instagram story. Just a photo, a single page, half visible, barely focused, but bolded in that foggy corner, 100,000 in back support. That's all it took. Christine hit send, and in less than 30 minutes, Cody Brown's carefully spun public image collapsed like a house of mismatched wives. According to insiders, Cody was seen storming through Phoenix Airport, phone clenched, face beet red, muttering to himself about controlling the narrative. Flight attendants whispered he looked like a man trying to outrun a subpoena, or maybe just his own karma. Meanwhile, Reddit had already screen capped, zoomed, and dissected the post like it was the Zapruder film of reality TV. And then Christine deleted it, claimed it was a publishing error. That's when things got biblical, because the line wasn't just about money. It was the opening shot in a war of stories. What followed was chaos disguised as commentary. Legal analysts dissected the post on late-night panels. Fans built spreadsheets tracking child support laws in Utah. Cody loyalists screamed breach of confidentiality,
while Christine's tribe called it soft launch justice. Even producers reportedly smirked behind the scenes, calling it free marketing gold. But here's where the air gets thick, and the stakes get personal. That $100,000 number? Sources say it matches the recently sealed Utah child support order. And buried in Chapter 7 of the upcoming memoir, a line that Cody once warned Christine he'd take every cent she ever earned if she ever dragged him to court. That line now reads like foreshadowing. Insiders whisper the next leak won't be about money at all. It'll be a voicemail. One Christine saved, one Cody allegedly left the night the court order dropped, and one Christine may or may not read on mic in her audiobook next week. Because yes, she's recording the audiobook herself. Publisher's request. So the tremor in her voice? 100% real. And apparently, every time she hits a particularly painful section, she stops, breathes, and whispers. This next part might break the internet. Now get this. While Christine's voice warms up in a studio booth, Cody is allegedly flying coach into Dallas. No baggage, no fan selfies, just him and a manila envelope, whispering something like, "I need it wired before noon." No confirmation on what was inside the envelope, but sources say he was pitching a private loan against future TLC earnings. Collateral? His next season of meltdowns. Because Utah doesn't wait. Once that garnishment order hits, the state can drain Cody's accounts within 14 business days. And with Robin reportedly maxing out boutique credit cards on porcelain doll furniture, let's just say the optics are not in his favor. So remember that envelope Cody clutched in Dallas? Yeah, turns out it wasn't just desperation. It was a pitch, a last-ditch offer to a boutique equity firm. He wanted a bridge loan, fast. Collateral? The next season of Sister Wives drama. Because if the state of Utah starts garnishing his income, Cody doesn't just lose control of the money, he loses control of the narrative. And Christine? She's already ahead of him. Every time Christine hits a chapter Cody doesn't want the world to hear, she reads it slowly, clearly, intentionally. One tech on site said she paused at the top of Chapter 7, looked at the manuscript like it was a loaded weapon and said, "Let's give them something they can't spin." That chapter includes Cody allegedly threatening to destroy her book if she dragged him to court. But the bigger bomb? A voicemail. One producers are calling the kill shot. According to a publishing insider, it starts with her soft exhale. Then his voice, hoarse, furious, thunders, "You drag me into court for $100,000 and I will make sure nobody buys your sad little book. Doctor, not, test me." And Christine? She annotated that transcript. Right next to the voicemail, she wrote,
Good luck hiding your private equity loan when garnishments hit. That's not just a threat. That's a woman who knows exactly where the bodies and the bank wires are buried. Meanwhile, back in Flagstaff, a donation truck was spotted outside. Witnesses say boxes labeled nursery and vintage porcelain were quietly loaded into the back. And online, a consignment shop briefly posted a photo of a collectible doll. Caption, Celebrity Collection, DM for price. It vanished in seconds, but screenshots, eternal. Fans instantly recognized it as one of Robin's prized Luke Skywalker dolls in miniature. Then came the gossip avalanche. Was Robin selling her collectibles? Was this the beginning of the end? Witnesses claim Cody came home furious, waving legal documents, yelling at Robin in hushed tones. I need a lump sum by Friday or they freeze our accounts. Her reply? Those are my assets. Cody snapped back.
Then liquidate your assets. Just like that, the alliance cracked. And here's the kicker. Private equity lenders often spike the interest rate if the value of your collateral tanks mid-deal. If Robin's dolls hit the pawnshop floor, Cody's emergency loan could collapse before the first TLC paycheck arrives. All this, it's happening while Christine's memoir team plans a 12-week drip campaign. Each week, a new teaser, a new breadcrumb. One week, it's Robin's spending habits. The next, Janelle's private fury. It's psychological warfare. And Cody's falling behind. The most guarded chapter is still locked away, but rumor has it, no filter, no redaction, just her voice and his rage. But wait, it gets worse. Because the courthouse in Lehigh just stamped the case track 3. And in Utah, that means high conflict. We're talking allegations of emotional abuse, financial games, and mandatory oversight. Sources at the clerk's desk confirmed. Cody must now attend a 4-hour divorce finance class, a mandatory co-parenting workshop. And yes, the same curriculum Kevin Franke sat through during his own child support collapse. The man who once bragged no judge could tell him how to father is now watching PowerPoints on wage garnishment, surrounded by dudes who forgot their Venmo passwords. And while Cody's ego takes the workshop tour, Christine, she breezed through hers. Staff say she joked in the hallway, I could teach this course in my sleep. Ouch. Let's stay grounded. But Janelle fired back instantly. Grounded is what he never was. Christine didn't say much. Publicly? Quiet. Privately? Sources say she messaged Janelle. Let's focus on the kids. Truly's beaming today. And she was. Spotted sipping milkshakes with David and Gwendolyn. Christine's new family orbit intact, while Cody spun wildly out of control. Isabel, the daughter whose spinal surgery became a viral symbol of Cody's neglect. Friends say she burst into tears after hearing the news. Maybe now he'll finally care. The same week garnishment began, she received notice her therapy sessions had been approved. Sessions Christine had been covering alone for months. That's not just poetic. That's a verdict. And yet, it's not over. Because Cody, he's not just battling garnishment. He's now trying to seal Christine's memoir. Insiders say his legal team is scrambling to file a motion, arguing that certain passages are defamatory and pose irreparable harm. Especially Chapter 7, the voicemail chapter. The one Christine recorded. The one labeled with a margin note that reads, "This is where he loses control." But Christine's team, they've come prepared. One publishing insider claims her lawyers keep that voicemail in an encrypted vault, ready to file the moment Cody makes a legal move. Why? Because under Utah's anti-SLAPP laws, if the voicemail is real and Christine's claims are based on lived experience backed by evidence, she doesn't just win. She's shielded, and he's exposed. Meanwhile, Robin? Sources say she's still liquidating the doll room. Not confirmed, but a Flagstaff consignment shop briefly listed a rare porcelain toddler figure with the caption, Celebrity Collection, DM for price. It disappeared within minutes. But fans believe it was from Robin's prized collection, specifically a limited edition Luke Skywalker doll in miniature. The symbolism is brutal. Dolls out, debts in. And if Robin's collector's items are now entering the resale market, that tells you more than any courtroom brief ever could. Insiders say producers have greenlit Operation Memoir Fallout, a staggered teaser campaign with Christine reading the voicemail, Cody's desperate Dallas dash, and Robin allegedly crying over a collections notice. Every second is content. And guess what? Christine's first live morning show appearance is booked for August. Live excerpts, no filter, meaning Cody might hear new allegations alongside millions of viewers with no legal gate to stop it. And Mary? The wild card. She just announced a live stream titled, Speaking My Truth. Insiders say she's preparing to call Christine stuck in bitterness. A move sure to divide fans and spike algorithm warfare. Suddenly, every sister wife has weaponized their platform. And viewers, they're not watching a season arc anymore. They're watching a slow-motion implosion. The question now, will that voicemail drop before the ink on Cody's legal motion dries? Or will Christine hold it, frame it, as a silent reminder of the moment everything changed? And the real twist? Sources say one of the older kids kept a diary. Networks are already sniffing around for rights, because if that diary confirms Christine's story, or worse, contradicts it, the narrative flips again. So here we are. Coffee cold, court files hot, waiting for the next ping. The wage withholding is live. The book is coming. And the family? Shattered.
Will Cody pay on time, or will he risk loans, liens, and one final public unmasking just to dodge that six-figure truth bomb? Hit the comments, pick your fighter, and keep that bell glowing, because the next upload might be the one with the actual voicemail. And trust me, bestie, that's when the internet really breaks.